Na wale wengine wakati walikuwa kwa viti walifanya nini? Mimi niko hapa leo nikikwambia what we are doing with the president on various sectors. And I don't have time to talk about health, about roads, about power. There are other people who are talking because all of them have been in office. Sio ati wametoka mbinguni, wamekuwa na kazi hapa Kenya tu. What did they bring around this place? Uliwaona hata area hii? So that passport efficiency, that efficiency of the passport system gives me a lot of pride. When I know today no young people will lack a job abroad because of delays in getting a passport. It gives me a lot of pride. Now the president has directed the Youth Fund to support all young people who get jobs abroad under the Kazi Maju program, but they don't have money to pay for the passport. They don't have money to pay for medical exam, or they don't have money to pay for the air ticket. They should get a soft loan from Youth Fund. They go take the job. They will pay the Youth Fund slowly, pole, as they take up the job. But we have other young people who are not as lucky as you are. They don't have a university degree. They don't have a college diploma. But they have hands that God gave them. Isn't it? That's why we have said again from 1st of August, we return the Kazi Mtaani Climate Works Program that is going to employ over 200,000 young people to get a living every day by using their hands to plant trees, to clean cities, to protect the environment. Then they get their 500 shillings, and at the end of the week, they get their 4,000 or 3,500. They take care of their families. Some people are making mockery. They don't know 3,500 per week to a young person who has no job is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But because somebody there is not thinking, is just thinking about themselves and their children, they don't know there are many families today. If a young people can get 3,500 a week, hao wameomoka. Si kweli? Si ni kweli? So hiyo climate works tumeanza kule Nairobi. They have the young people are wonderful. Nairobi River has started flowing again. And you know, I'm the one who removed the people who are living in the river there. Again, there are people who are being incited to go and build shanties and funny places and live at the riverside. And I remember during the floods of 2023, we lost so many people, including families. When Nairobi River was swollen and people had built manyumba ya makaratasi on the riverside, they were carried away by the floods. Whole families, man, wife, and children. And I remember that time I was Minister of Interior. I went there and said 24 hours. Anybody 30 meters to the river must leave. Watu wengine hapa washenzi wakaanza kusema sijui anafukuza watu wetu kwa mto. Kwani kuna kabila inaishi kwa mto? Is there a tribe that lives at the river? No. See, those are Kenyans. Those are Kenyans. There is no tribe that lives at the river. Those are Kenyans, and they are just poor. So what we did, we gave them a small grant for 3 months because those structures were not even their own. They were renting them from some slum landlords. So we gave them 3 months relocation grant, cleared those structures, and then we said all those who were affected by that policy move, the affordable and social housing we are building in Mukuru, in Kibera, they be given the first priority so that they can have a decent home. So in the process of bold and courageous policy, we have been able to reduce the slums in Nairobi. Someone who was living on the riverside in a carton house has now access to a small studio in Mukuru, in Kibera, with electricity, with cooking gas, with internet. Ni two-term, si two-term. Ni two-term, si two-term. But if we had listened to these naysayers, we would not have done that measure. Simulituona kwa muto pale. Mpaka nikaita rais hapo, nikamwambia watu rais watoke 24 hours watoke kwa mtu. Wasipotoka tutawatoa. But they were very cooperative walitoka. And today I'm a very proud person, a very proud Kenya, when I see some of those families now have started benefiting from the social housing programs so that we reduce slums and transform our country as we move towards modernity. Some of these, our competitors here, who talk about Malaysia, Singapore, I don't know how we were together in 1963 and now they are far. They don't know the policy measures that Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea took in 1963. They are the ones we are taking today. So our problem, we were late. We were late. We are doing it 60 years. What Singapore and Malaysia did in 1963, we are doing it in 2023, 60 years later. But as they say, better late than never. Isn't it? Yes. They don't even know, our competitors don't know, the reason Singapore, one of the reasons Singapore is ranked #1 in the Human Development Index of the World Bank. They don't know the reason. One factor that pushes Singapore to the top of the world in terms of human development is because 99% of the citizens of Singapore live in quality houses. Because a house is an asset. So if you have many citizens with good dwellings, even if they are not the big ones, they have small houses but decent, the asset, that asset is value to the country, isn't it? And every person, so tunatoa slums, you have more people with decent housing, both in urban areas, in rural areas. That is what will push Kenya. And the Human Development Index, Kenya will move upwards. Wait and see. 5-10 years from today, Kenya is going to shoot because of the affordable housing program we are doing here, and some people cannot associate it with the growth and the prosperity of our country. So, no mercy, no man. Fire, see fire. So, I don't have time to talk about social health, what we are doing around social health. I am so proud. We had a discriminatory NHIF scheme. NHIF, you could not be a member, you could not have a health cover, health insurance, if you are not employed, or if you don't have a business that gives you monthly income. They could not allow. SHA, we are saying, let everybody register. Those with money, those without money. We will try and see. Those with a lot of money, we will subtract a lot of money from them, starting with me. I am deducted nearly 100,000 shillings every month from my payslip. Yet I have another insurance from the state. And I proudly contribute that amount. Comrades, power. I proudly contribute that amount. Do you know why? Because this money I'm being deducted is painful, 100,000, okay? It's painful. But the money deducted by those who are able to pay, those even who have other insurances, including members of parliament. Members of parliament are being deducted 27,000 per MP from their payslip. But they even have another insurance provided by parliament, so they don't even use SHA. The money collected from me, who has a little more disposable income than a mama mboga, than a mkokoteni person, is the money that will be used to fund those who cannot pay. That's how you modernize the country. That's how, when you have many more people accessing health care, they have some form of insurance. That is how you create a more inclusive, more prosperous country. When we came into office in 2022, August, only 8 million Kenyans had a health insurance. 8 million. Today, 25 million Kenyans have a health insurance. And I am persuaded, in another 2 years or less, we will move this number from the current 25 million to 40 million, and in another extra 1 year ahead, we will push this number from where it is now, 25 million to 55 million. Every Kenyan should have a medical card. Sio Wakenya wengine hawana insurance ya afya. Hawezi tibiwa, akiwa mgonjwa, kama hana pesa, atakufa ama aende kutafuta wachawi na waganga. Isn't it? What kind of a country is that? So we are saying everybody should have a medical card. We are promoting access to education. We are expanding job opportunities. Let the other team of our competitors also come and tell us if William Ruto has brought SHA, we will remove it and then we'll leave Kenyans without medical insurance, they can go and die. Watuambie kama hiyo ndio policy yao. Look at electrification. Right now, in 2022, we found 8.9 households, homes, which are electric power. And I must commend President Uhuru, because between 2013 and 2022, Kenya really pushed its electricity connectivity. In 2013, and I was still part of government, I was the Senate Majority Leader. So you know that? Yes. And William Ruto was the Deputy President. Yes. So tulisaidiana na Rais Uhuru, ile stima tulikuta 2013, only 2,700,000 homes had power in Kenya. 2.7 million. We pushed it to 8.9 million in 10 years. We found it at 8.9. Now today it is 10.5 million homes. The number of homes in Kenya is 15 million, 0.5. So we are left with 4 million households to achieve universal electricity connectivity for all homes in Kenya. And therefore, it is possible in the next 3 years or so, every home in Kenya, even if it's a mud house or a grass house or whatever, must have power. Then we talk about the house after that. That's how you create a modern country. If you have every home with power, every citizen with a medical insurance fund, a good education system, and so forth, that's how you create a modern country. So wacha niachie hapo. Unajua mimi zamani nilikuwa professor, so nilikuwa nimezoea hii maneno ya namna hii. But I'm very happy to reconnect with you guys. I have really enjoyed myself, and I want to request you allow, because today I just wanted to have this contact, we will have a more structured meeting which is more engaging, like a town hall. We can get a town hall setting because you are intellectuals. You also have good ideas. You have a lot of suggestions. Every brain here has something they can say about what we can do to give Kenya a new lease of life, isn't it? So we will have another town hall kind of setting with a little more time. But I just wanted to assure you that this government, where I serve as Deputy President, is not an enemy of young people. We believe that the youth are the future of the nation and the future of the community.